Good morning, one and all. My name is Rajesh, lecturer in Commerce and Management, Samhita Degree College, Rajmahendra. In this video, we are going to discuss about the functional areas, interaction of the functional areas with other functions related to operations management. It's a interaction of operation management with other functional areas. Here, the production system is one of the subsystem of any organization which has many other subsystems. The production system is one of the subsystem of an organization which has many other subsystems. The production system, in fact, cannot work in isolation, right? And all other subsystems are interdependent with each other, right? They are interdependent upon each other. Its production is in one of the subsystem. Production is one of the subsystem along with the other subsystems, and they cannot work in isolation. They have interdependent with one another, and there is a number of subsystems in an organization, right? So there are number of subsystems are there in the organization. So for example, there are finance, marketing, human resource, logistics, maintenance. So here there are so many subsystems are there in any organization. So all of which are interdependent at the same time, and they are dependent, right? They are independent in nature as well as they are interdependent with one another, right? This includes finance, marketing, personnel department, legal department, technological department, production system, production department, etc. and so on. So production system is one of the subsystems among these systems, right? And the production system is one of the subsystems of an organization and cannot work in isolation, right? If production system is cannot work in isolation. Okay, so it is dependent on one functional area, such as we said, is finance, marketing, personnel, legal, etc. Right? So etc. Supplier, the above stated subsystems have their goals and objectives to accomplish. So for the purpose of attaining of these goals and objectives, all the subsystems should work in a coordination and support one another, right? So what is that? So they have their own objectives, they have their own goals, and in the same way they have to support one another, so right, to complete the organizational objectives. In case there is any conflict or a dispute between the subsystems objectives and the organizational objectives, it is the organizational objectives which should be given priority even at the cost of the subsystem objectives, right? So this is about the introduction of the interaction of the operations with the other functional areas, right? Here again we have some points in it. The first point is production. The first point means it's a relation with so production and marketing, right? First point we are going to discuss about the relationship between the production and marketing. Okay, so what is the relationship between them? So the production department requires the following information from the marketing department, right? The production department requires some information from the marketing department. What are they, right? First thing is sales forecast, right? So how to know about the sales forecast. And the second important point from the marketing department is demand forecast and a likely market trend, right? Demand forecast and market trend. And next important point they should know. So the requirements, information, the required information from the marketing department is customer requirements and the delivery requirements also. Delivery requirements also, right? So these are the requirements. So are the following information from the marketing department to the production department. Again, the marketing department is also dependent upon the production department, right? So the marketing department is also dependent on the production department for achieving its goals and objectives. So these are the following steps that are these are the following information, so that is needed from the marketing department. So the first important thing is production status progress. And second important point is product characteristics. And third important point we have to know about the is quality reports. And the last important point is cost and budget. So these are the points, so which are their information will be transferred from the one department to the another department, called it as a production and the marketing, right? And second point, production and finance. Product finance. The finance function is concerned with planning and allocating resources to various activities in the organization, right? Finance is required for meeting the both day-to-day operations as well as of the meeting the long-term requirements of the in the organization, right? The production department is dependent upon the finance department for the following reasons, right? The first important thing is the finance department has to make provisions for short-term requirements of the funds as well as the meet the day-to-day requirements of the particular production, right? Short-term requirements, right? To meet requirements for day-to-day expenditure, and for the what is the reason for that means it's just for the smooth working of the production department production. And this includes production funds for purchasing of raw materials, so purchasing of payments to the wages, right? And salaries, etc. will comes under the particular activities. And second point is, so in addition to provisions for the long term requirements of funds also has to made for the production department will consider for the finance department. So the funds has to be made for growth of the organization, for the expansion of the organization, for the diversification, and for the products for fixed for the purchase of the fixed assets, etc. Right? So these are also not only of the long term short term requirements, long term requirements of purchasing of raw materials, fixed assets, equipments, right, etc. So will also be taken into consideration. And the third point is production and personnel department. production and personnel department. The activities pertaining to production cannot be as per the operations unless the required amount of manpower has required amount of manpower having various skills are available, and at the same time, so and at the time where and in the place where they are required, right? In the what it means that so activity planning to production cannot be as per the expectations unless the required amount of the particular manpower having various skills and are available at the time and when and in the place where they are required, right? When, where they, and when it is required, where it is required, how it is required, that should be taken into consideration. That means right person at the right job. If a person, wrong person is kept in a particular place, so automatically he won't do anything, right? Unless so a skilled person can do that, right? It will not be wrong to say that the success of a production department mainly depends upon the quality and skills of the manpower, right? So mainly the success of the department or maybe of organization, it's mainly depends upon the skills and the skills of a manpower, right? Abilities of a manpower or the quality of a manpower. So it is the duty of the personnel department to meet the match or to it is the personnel department so to match the job and the person in an organization system, right? Means so match the job and the person, right? So these are the so important things from the personnel department to the so production department. And the fourth important point is production and research and development. The term research may be defined as the discovering of new techniques, ideas, or systems, right? So every research activity is in a way an organized priority, right? So in industrial establishments, research is mainly concerned with of a systematic investigation, right? So in this, the main thing is discovery or development of a new product and improvement in the quality of existing products or the improvements in the method of maintenance and the publishing of making use of new materials or process. The first important thing for the research is to discover or the develop of the new product, right? Discover or develop new product development. Okay, and second point is so improvement in the quality of existing products, right? Quality of existing products. And third important is improvement in the method of manufacturing. Method of manufacturing. And fourth important point is problems of making use of the new materials are so not in problems, it's a possibility of making use of a raw materials or processes. Possibility, how many ways we have to use of raw materials, what we have, or the resources we have, or the processes we have, right? So what are the possibilities of use of raw materials, right? So raw materials, right? And the next important point, fifth point is production and maintenance department. Production and maintenance department. Here maintenance function is a continuous process, right? So and it helps in the prevention of breakdowns of the machines of all kind of all in anywhere in the organization, right? So the maintenance department not just provides for basic detail basic information or maybe first aid as and when a machine breakdowns, so but as in a matter of a fact, so is concerned with a smooth running of the machines and prevents it from the wearing out, right? So maintenance is not an easy task in the organization, right? It's in a continuous process, continuously maintaining whenever the production starts, the maintenance department will be with the particular production process, and the production department with the production department, right? So the maintenance it just provides first aid, right? Just for example, the department undertakes the mainly regular intervals of servicing or repairing or inspecting of materials, and ensuring effective supervisions for proper use of all machines, supervision, and next giving timely advice to the particular production department about a replacement of any product, right? For example, machinery is a huge thing there, right? So maybe a disturbances in between the particular chains, or maybe of a lubrication problem, or maybe you have to change the oils, engine oils or something else, and maybe sometimes a belt may replace the belt may have some problems with the particular belts while using the particular machines, right? So these are the some type of problems we'll face in the with the particular maintenance of with the maintenance department, so at the time of producing any type of a product. So as it clear from the above discussions that regarding the regular inspections and services, and ensuring of supervision of a proper use of all machines and everything from the above discussion, there is a direct relationship between the production and the maintenance departments. We have a direct relationship between the whenever the production starts, automatically in the same way the parallelly the maintenance department works for that particular production department, right? The efficiency here we can easily or confidently say that the efficiency of a production department is very much dependent upon the efficiency of the maintenance department, right? An effective maintenance department causes proper utilization and availability of machines, so that the objectives of the production department are to be fulfilled there or achieved there, right? And next point is production and the legal department. Production and the legal department, although there is a no regular or day-to-day interfaces between the production and the legal department, both are closely related in their functioning. There are various concerns which the production department may face, where legal analysis is quite essential there, right? In addition, there are countless acts and laws we have, right, having deep and far-reaching impact on particular production department, either directly or indirectly, right? So there is no regular contacts between the legal and the particular production department, but is in a or maybe day-to-day interfaces, there is no regular interactions with of a particular department, but there are so many laws are there, and in the same way whenever there is a problem, automatically the legal department will comes to forward to help the production department, right? The legal advice may be required when designing of a product sometimes, and making and marketing it and so on, right? So the product should be such which does not violate any specifications, right? And it should be within the framework as warranted by the society, right? So it should not violate, and it should not deviate from the specifications or maybe of a framework given by the particular society. So in likewise, the production department as well as of a legal department have a relationship with, right? So these are the main interactions of the operations management with other functional areas. Yes. Next, second topic is benefits of effective operations management. Right? In operations management, so we have some benefits we have. So right, according to the first one is benefits to the consumers, and the second one is benefits to the investors, and the third one is benefits to the employees, and the fourth one is benefits to the suppliers, and fifth one is benefits to the community and benefits to the nation. Right? So we will discuss about the first point, benefits to the consumers. If a well planned production function will mean that good quality products, higher rate of production and lower rate of the cost per unit, right? So the consumers will benefit from prices of goods and will get good quality of products, right? What will say? So consumers will benefit from the good quality of a product with good quality of a products and with the price with of a low price of the particular goods. So the availability of goods will also be satisfactory, and the consumers will be saved from a lot of botherings which may we, which may otherwise be caused by scarcity of products also, right? So well planned, so the benefit to the particular customer is he will get a good quality of a products with his satisfactory levels will also be there, and with of a good quantity also products will be there, and the price will also be very low. So these are the benefits so to the particular consumers. And second important point is benefits to investors, right? An increase in productivity will enhance profitability of the particular business, right? If automatically productivity increases, automatically profitability so increases there. If the profitability will also increases there, so investors will be get higher returns on investments, right? If the profitability is better, if the profitability is better, the investors gets higher returns there, right? So likewise the investors will also benefit, they will get a benefit from the production and operations management, and this will also result in appreciation of assets, right? So automatically the assets will the value of a particular asset will increase, and ultimately prices of the shares will also will increase there, right? So these are the main benefits so we have in the particular for the particular investors, right, who are invested in the organization. And the next third point is benefits to the employees, right? Employees, so better productivity results of an enterprise will benefits employees in the form of what? So better remuneration, stability of the employment, and better working conditions, etc. So these are the main important benefits to the employees who are working in the organization, right? The productivity increases automatically, so the employees will get a benefit through better remunerations, stability of the employment, and the better working conditions. So these are the main benefits of the employees there. So higher productivity by a person will give his job satisfaction also, and will improve his morals also, right? And then as an employee satisfaction also, so the productivity by higher productivity by a process will gives him the job satisfaction and will improve his morale also. And fourth one is benefits to the suppliers, right? So every concern depends upon suppliers of raw materials, finished goods, spare parts, etc. The suppliers will always like to deal with of a good companies, right? Likewise of a good financial standards of a companies, right? The company and its suppliers will have an enduring relationship only if both are satisfied with each other only, right? So only the suppliers will only make a deals with the concern having of a good financial strength, right? Sound financial stabilities, right? And the next important point is benefits to the community, right? So the economic and this is a social responsibility for any organization, right? So the economic and the social stability of a particular community is linked with a growth and development of its industrial structure, right? So an overall implementation in productivity will improve the economic welfare of the society automatically. That likewise the society or the community will be benefited from the operations or the organizations, right? And the last one is of a benefits to the nation. The benefits of various segments of the society that improves the welfare of the nation there, right? So for example, better production management will result in the proper and economical use of the natural resources, so right, natural resources, and elimination of the wastages in the organization, right? Likewise, so if the particular organization society automatically benefited from these point of view, right? So these are the main benefits so we have from the operations management.